Happy Monday, scholars. May the 4th be with you. Get it? Because today's May 4th. May the 4th, like May the Force from Star Wars. No, yes? If you got it, leave me a private comment below. I want to see how many other people watch Star Wars like I do. But again, it's Monday. I cannot believe another week has gone by. We're already in May. Remember, the last day of school is May 22nd. So we're really in crunch time with only a couple weeks left of the school year. You guys have been doing such a wonderful job. And this week I thought that we would dive back into grammar. Last week we spent a lot of time in narrative text. And so this week I want to take a moment to go back and practice some grammar that I know is really going to help set you up to be really experienced and wonderful fifth graders next year. So today we're going to be talking a lot about past tense verbs. But instead of focusing on the rule that we all know, we're going to talk about what happens when a past tense verb does not follow the rule. What happens when it's irregular? Quick plug, I want to make sure that you are not forgetting to finish your Lexia assignments. Remember, every single day you should be logging on to Lexia for 30 minutes. The goal is that by the end of the 5 days, you will have completed 150 minutes. So 30, 60, 90, 120, 150 minutes. If you're not able to go on to Lexia for 30 minutes each day, just know that that means that you'll have to do more Lexia in one day in order to meet your goal of 150 minutes. But we've had so much improvement in Lexia. So many scholars are getting on and practicing their reading that it's like blowing my mind. I want to see how many minutes 4th grade ELA can get this week. So make sure that you're on Lexia each day for at least 30 minutes. I know you guys are going to do it. So here's our question that's going to kind of guide our thinking throughout our lessons this week. And we're really going to be thinking about when a verb does not follow the rule of adding ed to the end. So we're going to really be looking at those words that just don't make sense when we add ed as a past tense ending. So let's actually go ahead and take a look at our agenda for today. Our agenda for today is we're going to start with our lesson overview, and we're going to actually do some oral drill like you would do in your classroom. It's going to look a little bit different because it's going to be over the computer, but still going to be pretty fun. After we do our lesson overview, we're going to actually dive into our lesson. We're going to talk about really what is irregular past tense. Then we're going to go into some guided practice where we conjugate the verb. I'm going to say that word one more time because it is a little tricky. The word is conjugate. The word is, one more time, the word is conjugate. The word is, conjugate means that we're taking a verb and we're taking a word and we are changing it into a tense. So we're going to take a word and we're going to change it into the past tense. Sometimes we'll need to use a regular past tense conjugation, or sometimes we'll need to use an irregular past tense conjugation. But that's what we're going to talk about today. And then you're going to do some practice on your own. So before we actually launch into the secret word, which is usually when you see it in this part of the video, we're going to do a little oral drill. So I'm going to ask you a question. And when I ask you a question, even though it might feel weird to talk to your computer screen, we're over the weirdness. Mrs. Lardner has been talking to her computer screen for like 4 or 5 weeks now, so you can totally do it too. I'm going to ask you a question and I want you to say your answer out loud. I want you to practice speaking your answer. No need to raise your hand, just shout it out. So let's go ahead and get started. Our first question for today is, what is an action verb? What is an action verb? Guys, I know it's weird. I know it's a little awkward, but I need you to say it. What's an action verb? You're right. An action verb is a verb that shows action. It's something that can be done. Okay, it's a verb that shows action. A verb that shows, you got it. Next question. What is an example of an action verb? So it's something that can be done. It's a verb that shows action, but what's an example? Shout them out. Nice. You guys are giving a lot of great examples. There are so many examples of action verbs, but here are some that I came up with. You can run. That's something that can be done. You can jump. That's something that can be done. We can laugh. We can fly in an airplane. Birds can fly. It's something that can be done, and we eat. Absolutely. If you came up with another action verb, give yourself a high five. How do we find the action verb in a sentence? So we're looking at a sentence and we want to find the action verb. How do we do that? Say it one more time. You're right. We always ask ourselves, what is being done in this sentence? What is being done in this sentence? So in my example here, how do we find the action verb in a sentence? Well, what is going to be done? We're going to be finding something. So the action verb here is find. Good work. What does the ending ed mean? What does the ending ed mean? Good job. ED means that it happened in the past. So if something has happened in the past, we're always going to have the ending ED on the end of our action verb, unless it's irregular. That's what we're talking about today. Good work. So your secret word today is bonanza. The secret word is bonanza, not to be confused with bananas. We don't eat bonanzas. Bonanza. That's your secret word for today. So I want you to go ahead, you're going to scroll down, you're going to answer the questions in your Google form, and then I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.